Ladies and gentlemen, there are signs, subtle yet undeniable, that mark the chosen. Not chosen in the sense of superiority, but in the sense of purpose. There are those who move through life unaware, drifting like leaves in the wind. But then there are those who, though they may not yet fully comprehend it, carry a fire within them, a restlessness, a knowing. If you are one of them, you will recognize these signs, though they may surprise you. The first is a growing sense of detachment from the world as it is. What once fascinated you, what once held you captive, begins to lose its grip. You look around and see people enthralled by the trivial, consumed by fleeting pleasures, yet you stand apart, not by choice but by design. The things that once thrilled you now seem hollow. The conversations that once engaged you now seem empty. And though you may try to return to the old ways, something within will not allow it. The second is an inexplicable series of challenges that seem to find you no matter where you go. While others glide through life with ease, you are met with trials that seem almost personal, as if the universe itself has singled you out. And perhaps it has, for gold is refined by fire, and you are not meant for the ordinary. The struggle is not punishment, it is preparation. And if you have eyes to see, you will recognize that even in your darkest moments, something unseen has been guiding you, shaping you, preparing you for what is to come. The third is a relentless inner voice, one that does not let you rest. While others are content with what is, you feel an urge, an insatiable hunger to know more, to be more. It whispers to you in the stillness, it calls to you in the quiet hours of the night. No matter how much you achieve, no matter what heights you reach, it tells you there is more. And though you may try to silence it, it persists. Because it is not of this world. It is a call from something higher, something that refuses to let you settle for less than what you were meant to become. The fourth is an increasing awareness of synchronicities, of moments that seem too perfectly timed to be mere coincidence. You think of someone and they call. You need an answer and it appears. Doors that should have remained closed open without explanation, while others that seemed certain suddenly vanish. These are not accidents, they are reminders, gentle but firm, that you are being led, that the path you walk is not random, that the unseen hand moving through your life is very, very real. And the fifth, the most mysterious of all, is the feeling of being watched, not in the way of paranoia, but in the way of presence, a sense that you are never truly alone, that there is something, someone who walks with you, listens to you, knows you. You cannot see it, but you can feel it. In moments of despair, in moments of triumph, in moments of stillness, it is there, waiting, watching, guiding. And when you speak, though no one else may be around, something hears you. If these words resonate, if something deep within you stirs as you hear them, then perhaps you already know you are marked, not for an ordinary life, but for something greater. And though the path may not be easy, you were never meant to walk it alone. There comes a time in a person's life when they can no longer ignore the signs. Perhaps for years they have tried to fit into the mold that the world has given them. They have walked the well-worn path, followed the expectations placed upon them, and done everything in their power to be like those around them, and yet something within them resists. It does not matter how much they try to conform, how much they attempt to silence the voice inside. Sooner or later, they must accept the truth. They are different. They always have been. It is not a difference that can be seen with the eyes. It is not marked by appearance, status, or even intelligence. It is something deeper, something woven into the fabric of their being, something older than this lifetime. And it cannot be ignored forever. No matter how much they try to resist it, deny it, bury it beneath distractions or logic, it will always return. It will call to them through whispers in the night, through moments of deep longing, through experiences so profound they leave no room for doubt. And once they begin to recognize this truth, their life will never be the same. At first, this realization may bring discomfort, They may feel alone, as though they are walking a path no one else understands. The things that once interested them lose their meaning. The conversations that once engaged them now feel shallow. Even the people they were once closest to may seem distant, as if they are speaking two different languages. It is not that they no longer love them, but rather that they have outgrown the old ways of thinking. The world that once felt familiar now seems foreign. It is as though they have awakened from a dream, only to find that everyone else is still asleep. This is the first great challenge, learning to walk alone, not because they must forever be separate from others, but because there are some roads that can only be traveled alone. And in this solitude they will be tested. They will face doubts, not only from the world but from within themselves. They will wonder if they are mistaken, if they are imagining things, if it would not be easier to turn back and rejoin the crowd. And yet, no matter how much they try, they cannot go back to who they were before. The illusion has been shattered. They have seen beyond the veil, and once the truth has been glimpsed, it cannot be unseen. Then come the trials. For those who are marked, life is rarely easy. There are moments of great difficulty, obstacles that seem insurmountable, struggles that others do not seem to face. And in these moments, they may wonder why they have been singled out, why they must endure so much, why the weight upon their shoulders feels so much heavier than it does for those around them. But if they look deeper, they will see that these trials are not punishments, they are initiation. They are being refined, shaped, strengthened. Every hardship is a lesson, every pain a transformation. The ones who are marked are never allowed to remain weak. They are not permitted to live in ignorance. They are not given the luxury of complacency. The universe does not let them slip into mediocrity, for they have been chosen for something greater. And though they may not see it at first, every struggle is preparing them for what is to come. But this path is not only one of hardships. There are moments of wonder, moments where the fabric of reality itself seems to shift. Moments where they see with clarity that their life is not random, that something is guiding them. A thought manifests almost instantly. A message arrives at just the right time. A door opens when all logic says it should have remained closed. These moments they are proof that they are not alone, that the hand of the unseen is always at work. There is a presence that walks with them. It is silent, but it is felt. It watches, it listens, it waits. It does not force, nor does it demand, but it guides. And the more they align themselves with this presence, the more they learn to trust it. The more their path begins to unfold in ways they never could have imagined. At times they may try to share their experiences with others, but not everyone will understand. Some will dismiss them, some will mock them, some will try to pull them back into the world of limitation, of doubt, of fear. And it is here that they must make a choice. Will they shrink back, pretend to be like everyone else for the sake of acceptance? Or will they stand firm in what they know to be true, even if it means walking alone? The choice is not always easy. It is tempting to seek the comfort of the familiar, to stay small, to blend in, but those who are marked can never truly return to ignorance. Even if they try, something will always pull them forward, a force unseen yet undeniable. And so they will find themselves drawn deeper into the mysteries of life, deeper into the awareness of who they truly are. Once you've accepted yourself as such, you quit being a man or a woman. You are now a lady or gentleman. There comes a moment in this journey when fear begins to fade. Doubt, though it may still whisper, loses its power. And in its place there is knowing, not belief, not hope, but certainty. A certainty that they are exactly where they are meant to be. A certainty that everything, even the trials, even the pain, has been part of a greater plan. A certainty that they are being led towards something beyond what the mind can comprehend. It is here that the true transformation begins. They no longer resist, they no longer question, they no longer seek validation from the world. Instead, they walk with quiet confidence, guided not by the opinions of others, but by the voice within. They move with purpose, knowing that their steps are ordered, that every experience is leading them towards something great. And though the path may still have its challenges, there is no longer fear. There is only trust. There is only the knowing that they are never truly alone, that they never have been, that from the beginning they have been watched, guided, prepared. And for those who recognize these signs within themselves, there is but one thing to do: surrender to the calling. Stop resisting, stop questioning. Trust in the path that has been laid before you, because you were never meant to live an ordinary life. You were never meant to be like everyone else. You were marked for something greater. And the moment you accept this, the moment you step fully into who you were always meant to be, is the moment everything begins to change. There is something different about you. And though you may have spent years trying to blend in, trying to ignore it, the truth has a way of revealing itself. You were not meant for a life of quiet complacency. You were not placed here to merely exist, to follow the same patterns as those around you, to live and die without ever touching something greater. There is a fire inside you, a calling that cannot be silenced. You may have tried to quiet it, to drown it out with the noise of the world, but it remains. It always remains. And the more you ignore it, the more restless you become. At first it feels like discomfort, an uneasiness that cannot be explained. The things that once satisfied you no longer do. The conversations you once enjoyed now feel empty. The goals you once pursued no longer excite you. While others around you continue on, seemingly content with their lives, you feel as though something is missing. You may not even know what it is, but you know that what you have is not enough. So you try to shake the feeling, to convince yourself that you are simply ungrateful, that you should be happy with what you have, and yet the feeling remains. No matter how much you try to ignore it, it does not go away. You may begin to wonder if there is something wrong with you. Why is it that others seem so at peace with the way things are, while you feel as though you are searching for something you cannot name? You may even envy them, wish that you could go back to the time when you did not question, when you did not feel this deep longing for something more. But once the fire has been lit, it cannot be extinguished. The path has already been set in motion, and whether you realize it or not, you are being led. For those who are marked, life is never straightforward. There are no easy roads, no simple paths. You will be tested. You will be broken open. You will face trials that seem designed specifically for you, as if the universe itself is challenging you to see how much you can endure. And in those moments you may feel abandoned, lost, uncertain of why you must go through so much pain. You may look around and wonder why others seem to move through life with ease while you are met with obstacle after obstacle. But if you have eyes to see, you will understand that these trials are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to refine you. Gold is not made pure without fire. Diamonds are not formed without pressure. The ones who are marked cannot remain as they are. They must be transformed. They must be stripped of everything that is not real, everything that is not aligned with who they are meant to become. And so, life will take you through experiences that will break you open, that will force you to let go of the illusions you once held. It will take away the things that no longer serve you, even when you try to hold on to them. It will remove the people who are not meant to walk this path with you, even when you do not understand why. And through it all, you will be reshaped, remade, reborn. At times it will feel like loss. You will grieve for the things you once held dear, for the life you thought you wanted. But as time passes, you will begin to see that what was taken from you was never meant to stay, that every loss was in truth a gift, making room for something greater. And slowly you will begin to trust. You will begin to understand that nothing in your life has ever been random, that every experience, good or bad, has been guiding you towards something beyond what you can yet comprehend. Synchronicities will become more frequent. You will begin to notice patterns, moments that feel too perfectly timed to be coincidence. You will think of someone and they will appear. You will ask for guidance and the answer will come in the most unexpected way. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, even when logic says you should not be there. And if you pay attention, you will realize that you are being led. and that there is something greater at work in your life, something orchestrating every detail, ensuring that you arrive exactly where you are meant to be. You will also begin to feel a presence that cannot be explained, a sense that you are never truly alone. At first it may feel strange, even unsettling, but as time passes you will come to find comfort in it. You will realize that there has always been something watching over you, something guiding you, something waiting for you to awaken to its presence. And when you finally acknowledge it, when you stop questioning and start listening, everything begins to change. The things that once mattered to you will no longer hold the same weight. You will find yourself drawn to new places, new ideas, new experiences. Your desires will shift. Your priorities will change. The things you once feared will lose their power over you. You will no longer seek validation from the world, no longer crave approval from those who do not understand you. Because once you realize who you truly are, once you accept that you were never meant to be like everyone else, the opinions of others no longer hold any meaning. There will come a moment when you stop resisting, when you stop trying to force your life to fit into the mold that was never meant for you. And in that moment, something within you will unlock. A deep sense of peace will wash over you, a knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And from that moment forward, you will move differently. You will speak differently. You will walk through life with a quiet confidence, not because you have all the answers, but because you finally trust the journey. You will begin to see the world through new eyes. You will notice beauty in places you never did before. You will feel a connection to everything around you, as if the very fabric of reality has shifted. And as this awareness grows, so too does your power. Not power in the way the world defines it, but something deeper. The power to create, to manifest, to shape your reality with intention. The power to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. And when you do, you will no longer question why you are different. You will no longer feel the need to explain yourself to those who do not understand, because you will know with every fiber of your being that you were marked, that you were chosen, that you were placed here for something greater than you ever imagined. And when that knowing settles into your soul, there is no going back. There is only forward. There is only trust. There is only the path that was always meant for you, waiting for you to take the next step. There is a moment when everything changes, when you stop trying to make sense of what is happening to you and simply surrender to it. The questions, the doubts, the need for logical explanations begin to fade. And in their place there is only trust. Trust in the path you are walking. Trust in the unseen force that has been guiding you all along. Trust in the knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. So dive in, have fun. This is not something that can be taught. It is something that happens naturally, like the breaking of dawn after the longest night. One day you wake up and realize that you are no longer the same person you once were. The things that used to consume you, the worries, the fears, the constant need for control, none of it matters anymore. Because now you see. Now you understand. Now you understand. There is something extraordinary about realizing that your life has never been random. Every moment of pain, every challenge, every loss was leading you somewhere. Even the moments that felt unbearable, the times when you questioned whether you would ever find your way, were all part of something greater. Looking back, you begin to see the patterns, the way certain events had to happen for you to arrive at this place. It was never chaos. It was never meaningless. It was always a plan unfolding exactly as it was meant to. And now you no longer resist it. You no longer fight against the flow. You allow yourself to be carried by the current, knowing that wherever it takes you is exactly where you are supposed to go. There is a lightness in this surrender, a freedom that cannot be explained. You move differently, speak differently, see the world differently. The weight you once carried is gone. The pressure to prove yourself, to be understood, to meet the expectations of others, it no longer controls you. You are no longer seeking approval from those who cannot see what you see. You no longer need to convince anyone of your path. You walk with quiet certainty, knowing that those who are meant to understand will understand, and those who are not will fall away. There is no need to force anything. Everything that is meant for you will come in its own time. As this awareness deepens, so too does your ability to manifest. You begin to notice that your thoughts shape your reality in ways you never fully understood before. What you focus on expands, what you expect appears. The line between thought and experience becomes thinner, and you realize that you are not merely a participant in life, but a creator of it. This is not something new. It has always been this way. The difference is that now you are aware of it. Now you understand that you are not at the mercy of the world, but in harmony with it. And with this understanding comes great responsibility. You must guard your thoughts, choose your words carefully, hold your vision with unwavering faith. Because what you believe, what you feel, what you expect, these are the forces shaping your life. The world around you begins to shift. People who are not aligned with your path naturally fade away, while those who are meant to walk with you begin to appear. The places you once felt comfortable may no longer feel right. The desires you once had may no longer hold meaning. You are changing, evolving, becoming something new, and with that transformation comes the shedding of the old. At first, this can feel like loss, but in time you see it for what it truly is: alignment. Everything that is not meant for you must fall away so that what is meant for you can take its place. There is no need to mourn what is leaving. What is ahead is far greater than anything left behind. There will be moments of solitude, moments when you feel as though no one else can understand what you are experiencing. But even in those moments, you will never truly be alone. There is something walking with you, something guiding you, something ensuring that you do not stray too far from your path. This presence has been with you since the beginning. You have felt it in the moments of stillness, in the moments when you needed an answer and somehow it came. So it does not speak in words, yet it communicates clearly. It does not force, yet it directs. And the more you trust it, the more you recognize it. You are no longer bound by fear. You no longer need certainty because you have something greater: faith. Faith that you are exactly where you need to be. Faith that every experience is part of a greater design. Faith that nothing in your life has ever been accidental. This faith does not come from blind belief, but from direct experience. You have seen too much, felt too much, lived through too much to ever doubt it again. The world may call it coincidence, chance, luck, but you know better. You know that every step has been guided, every turn has been intentional, and now you walk forward with confidence, no longer questioning where you are going, but trusting that the path will unfold exactly as it should. There is nothing ordinary about you. You were never meant to live a small life, to be bound by limitations, to follow the path of the masses. You were chosen for something greater. This does not mean your journey will be easy. It does not mean there will not be trials, struggles, moments of doubt. But it does mean that every challenge will serve a purpose. Every difficulty will refine you. Every loss will lead to something greater. And as long as you keep walking, as long as you trust the process, as long as you refuse to turn back, you will arrive exactly where you are meant to be. The world will not always understand you. There will be those who question your path, who do not see what you see, who try to make you doubt what you know to be true. But their understanding is not required. Your journey is not theirs to comprehend. You do not need validation, you do not need permission, you do not need approval from those who cannot see what you have been shown. You need only to trust yourself, to listen to the voice within, to follow where you are being led. Everything else will fall into place. You were not placed here to live in fear, to doubt yourself, to shrink in the face of uncertainty. You were placed here to awaken, to remember who you truly are, to step into the fullness of your power. And when you do, everything will change. Doors will open where there were none. Paths will appear where before there was only darkness. And the life that was always meant for you, the life you have always felt calling you, will finally begin to unfold. It has never been about becoming something new, but about remembering what you have always been. It has never been about searching for something outside of yourself, but about awakening to what has always been within. And once you see it, once you feel it, once you know it with every fiber of your being, there is no turning back. There is only forward. There is only trust. There is only the path that was always waiting for you to take the next step. There comes a moment when you realize that everything you have been through was necessary. The struggles, the confusion, the times you felt lost, it was all part of a design so precise that only in hindsight can you begin to grasp its perfection. What once felt like chaos now reveals itself as order. What once seemed like meaningless suffering now takes on purpose. You were being prepared, shaped, refined. You were being stripped of everything that was not truly you, so that what remains is only what is real, only what is meant to be. You begin to see that nothing has ever been against you. Every door that closed was protecting you. Every delay was aligning you. Every rejection was redirecting you to something greater. The things you once mourned, the paths you once wished you could take, they no longer matter. Because now you understand that what is meant for you will never require force. What is truly yours will come not through struggle, but through alignment. And the more you trust, the more effortless life becomes. You stop chasing, you stop fighting, you stop trying to control what was never meant to be controlled. Instead, you step into the flow of what has always been waiting for you. People will notice the change in you. They may not be able to explain it, but they will feel it. You will no longer move the way you once did. You will no longer react the way you once did. The things that used to trigger you will no longer have power over you. The things that once seemed important will no longer hold the same weight. You have outgrown them, and there is no returning to what you once were. The world may try to pull you back, may try to make you doubt what you know, but once you have awakened, you cannot go back to sleep. Once you have seen, you cannot unsee. There will be moments of loneliness, moments when it feels as though no one else understands what you are experiencing, but this too is part of the journey. You are being set apart, called to something higher, something that not everyone is ready for. You cannot take everyone with you. Some will not understand, some will not believe, some will try to hold you to the version of yourself they once knew, unable to accept that you have changed. But you do not belong to the past. You do not belong to the expectations of others. You belong to what is calling you forward. You may wonder why you have been chosen, why you feel things so deeply, why you see the world differently than those around you. There will be moments when you question whether you are strong enough for this path, whether you are capable of carrying what has been placed within you. But the fact that you are here, that you are awakening, that you are recognizing the signs, you would not feel this calling if you were not meant for it. The fire inside you would not burn if it were not meant to lead you somewhere. There is a sacred responsibility that comes with this awareness. You can no longer live as you once did. You can no longer ignore what you now know. The way you think, the way you speak, the way you move through the world, it all carries weight. You are no longer just existing, you are creating. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, every action you take is shaping the reality around you. And as you become more aware of this power, you will use it with greater intention. The things that once felt impossible now feel inevitable. The dreams that once seemed distant now feel within reach. The fears that once held you back now seem insignificant, because you understand now that the only limits that ever existed were the ones you accepted. The only obstacles that ever truly stood in your way were the doubts you carried within yourself. And now those doubts no longer have a place in you. You hear them the answers that hold the secrets of life, and the mysterious power to enable them. You do not wait anymore. You do not hesitate. You do not ask for permission. You walk forward with certainty, knowing that what is meant for you will meet you where you are. The doors will open, not because you force them to, but because they were always meant to. The opportunities will come, not because you chase them, but because you are aligned with them. What once requires struggle now flows effortlessly, because you have stopped resisting. You have stepped into who you truly are. And as you continue on this path, you will inspire others, not by trying to change them, not by convincing them to see what you see, but simply by being who you are. Your presence alone will shift the energy of every room you enter. Your mere existence will remind others of what is possible, because when one person awakens, they create a ripple effect, a vibration that calls others to do the same. And they can do it by understanding that all things, you will not need to say much. Your life will be the proof. Your energy will be the message. The world will not always understand you, but that no longer concerns you. You were not made to fit in. You were not made to be understood by those who refuse to see. You were made to rise, to transform, to become everything you were always meant to be. And now that you know this, there is no stopping you. There is no turning back. There is only forward. There is only trust. There is only the path that has been waiting for you all along. You may find yourself at times feeling as though you are walking alone. There are moments when you will look around and see others seemingly moving through life without a care, seemingly following the prescribed path, unaware of the invisible hand guiding them. It may seem like they have it all figured out, that they know exactly where they're headed. And in contrast, you may feel uncertain, unsure of the next step. But the truth is, they do not see what you see. They are not walking the path you are walking, not being called the way you are being called. While they may move in comfort, you are moving in transformation. You are being shaped for something greater, something that requires you to stand apart, to walk your path, even if it feels lonely at times. There will be moments when you question your decisions, when you feel lost in the process, when the world seems to have no place for the path you are walking. But this is part of the process. The universe does not rush to reveal its plan, and neither will it rush your journey. Patience is something that must be cultivated, not as a passive waiting, but as an active trust. It is not about doing nothing, it is about allowing yourself to be led, to take each step with confidence, no matter how unclear the path may seem at times. There is power in the unknown. It is in the uncertainty that your faith grows, that your trust is tested and strengthened. And as you walk, you will begin to notice the subtle signs that confirm you are not truly alone, the synchronicities that begin to appear at the perfect moment, the people you meet who seem to show up at just the right time, the moments of inspiration that feel as though they come from somewhere beyond you. These are not mere coincidences. These are the signs, the confirmation that you are aligned with the flow of life, that you are moving in harmony with a greater purpose. And even when you can't see the full picture, these signs reassure you that you are exactly where you need to be, that each moment is part of the unfolding. The more you walk in alignment with your true self, the more you will realize that everything in your life is a reflection of the energy you bring to it. The people you meet, the situations that arise, the opportunities that present themselves, these are all mirrors of what is within you. You are not a passive observer in this world, you are an active creator. And as you become more aware of your ability to shape your reality, the world around you begins to shift. The things that once seemed impossible begin to feel inevitable, as if they have been waiting for you to recognize your power. And the more you recognize this power, the more you understand that your life is not just for you, it is for the world. Your transformation, your awakening, your journey, all of it is part of a greater tapestry, part of a collective shift in consciousness. You are not just transforming for your own benefit, you are transforming for the benefit of everyone around you. When you awaken to your true nature, when you step into your full power, you become a beacon for others. You show them what is possible. You inspire them to rise, to step into their own greatness. You remind them of what they have forgotten, that they too are creators, that they too have the power to shape their lives. to live in alignment with their own purpose. The world may try to tell you that there is only one way to be, that success can only look one way, that happiness is only found through certain achievements. But you know better. You know that the path you are walking is unique to you, that your journey will not look like anyone else's, and that is exactly as it should be. The world is filled with those who have forgotten their own power, who have become disconnected from their own truth. But you are not like them. You are not meant to follow the herd. You are here to show the way, to light the path for others to follow, not because you have all the answers, but because you trust the process, because you are living proof that when you align with your truth, everything falls into place. And as you continue to grow, you will find that the things you once thought were important no longer hold the same power over you. The material possessions, the accolades, the external validation, they will no longer define your worth. You will realize that the true measure of success is not found in the approval of others, but in your own peace, your own alignment, your own ability to live authentically. Success is not a destination, it is a journey. It is found in the moments of stillness, in the quiet trust that you are always exactly where you are supposed to be, that you are always being guided towards something greater, even when you cannot yet see it. At times the journey will feel hard. There will be moments when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of what is being asked of you, when the path seems long and uncertain. You may be tempted to turn back, to return to what is familiar, to the life you once knew, but deep within you, you know that you cannot go back. You know that you are being called forward, that your soul is leading you to something great. And though the road may be difficult at times, it is the only road that will bring you the peace and fulfillment you seek. No matter how many times you stumble, no matter how many setbacks you face, you are not failing, you are learning, you are evolving, and with every step, you are becoming who you were always meant to be. Your path is not linear. It will not always be easy. There will be detours, there will be moments of doubt, there will be times when you feel lost. But each of these moments is part of the process. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity for growth. The universe is not punishing you, it is preparing you. It is refining you, strengthening you, preparing you to step into the fullness of your power. Your power, and when you look back, when you reflect on how far you have come, you will see that each step, no matter how difficult, was necessary to bring you to where you are now. As you continue to evolve, you will begin to see the world differently. You will begin to see beyond the surface, to understand that everything is connected, that everything is energy, that every experience is a reflection of what is happening within you. You will realize that there is no separation, that the world you see is merely a projection of your inner state. And as you shift your own energy, as you align with your truth, the world around you will begin to shift as well. You will attract new experiences, new opportunities, new people, all in alignment with your higher purpose. You will begin to understand that life is not about striving, about pushing, about trying to control every outcome. It is about being, about allowing yourself to flow with the natural rhythms of life, about trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You will no longer feel the need to chase success, to force your way into situations, to try to control what is beyond your control. Instead, you will live in a state of surrender, not in a passive way, but in an active trust, knowing that you are always supported, always guided, always provided for. You will understand that the universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what you need. And what you need is always exactly what will help you grow, what will help you become more of who you truly are. And as you embrace this truth, you will find that life becomes easier. The struggle, the striving, the sense of needing to prove yourself all begin to fade. You will know that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you are meant to do, and in that knowing, you will find peace, you will find joy, you will find freedom. You will come to understand that the greatest power you possess lies not in what you can achieve, but in who you are becoming. It is not in the accumulation of possessions or accolades, not in external validation but in the quiet assurance that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you are meant to do. As you continue to grow and evolve, you will realize that your true power has always been inside you, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be tapped into. And when you begin to fully embrace that power, when you finally allow yourself to see the truth of who you are, you will become unstoppable. You will no longer be bound by fear, no longer held back by doubt or insecurity. You will no longer measure your worth by external standards, by comparisons to others, or by the judgments of those who cannot see your path. You will trust yourself completely, and in doing so, you will trust the universe, the divine presence that is always guiding you, always leading you to your highest good. You will no longer question your decisions or second-guess your intuition. You will move forward with confidence, knowing that everything you need to succeed is already within you. And as you step into this new way of being, you will begin to notice the world around you shifting. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will arise where there were once obstacles. You will attract people who are aligned with your vision, who resonate with your energy, who will support you on your journey. Those who cannot see your worth, those who try to keep you small or hold you back, will fall away. You will no longer waste energy on relationships or situations that drain you, because you will know that your time and energy are too valuable to spend on anything that does not align with your purpose. You will begin to see that the universe does not operate in scarcity, but in abundance. There is more than enough for everyone. You do not have to compete, you do not have to prove your worth, you do not have to strive for what is already yours. All that you desire, all that you need to fulfill your purpose will come to you when the time is right. And because you trust this, because you have surrendered to the flow of life, you will find that things come to you with ease. You will no longer chase after things or force them to happen. Instead, you will allow them to come to you, trusting that the universe has a plan for your life far greater than anything you could have imagined. In this new state of being, you will no longer be concerned with the opinions of others. You will stop seeking approval from those who cannot see your vision, those who do not understand your path. You will stop looking outside yourself for validation, because you will realize that the only opinion that matters is your own. You will no longer need to explain yourself, to justify your actions, to convince others of your worth. You will walk with quiet confidence, knowing that you are enough, just as you are. You will speak your truth without fear, without hesitation, knowing that those who are meant to hear it will hear it, and those who are not will fall away. As you embrace this new version of yourself, you will begin to experience life in a way you never have before. You will see the beauty in the small moments, in the simple things. You will find joy in the everyday, in the people you encounter, in the experiences that come your way. You will no longer be waiting for something big to happen in order to feel fulfilled. You will realize that the journey itself is the gift. The present moment is where all the magic lies. The future will no longer be something you chase, something you worry about. It will become something you create, moment by moment, with every thought you think, with every choice you make. And as you create this new reality for yourself, you will begin to see how your growth affects others. The more you step into your true power, the more you encourage others to do the same. Your life becomes a beacon for those who are searching for their own path, for those who are ready to awaken to their own potential. You will become a light in the darkness, a reminder that anything is possible when you trust yourself. When you trust the process, when you align with your true purpose, your story will no longer be one of struggle and strife, of fighting against the current. It will be one of flow, of grace, of ease. You will no longer feel like you are fighting to survive, fighting to succeed, fighting to be seen. Instead, you will move with the rhythm of life, trusting that everything you need will be provided. You will surrender to the ebb and flow, knowing that the universe is always working in your favor, even when you cannot yet see it. The more you walk in this state of alignment, the more you will find that you do not need to explain your journey to anyone. You do not need to justify your decisions, to seek approval, to prove your worth. You simply walk forward, knowing that your path is yours and yours alone. Those who are meant to walk with you will find their way to you, and those who are not will fall away, without you needing to force anything, without you needing to make them understand. You no longer need to hold on to anything that is not in alignment with your highest good. You release it, knowing that what is meant for you will come, and what is not will simply fade away. As you continue to evolve, you will begin to recognize the power of your thoughts, the power of your words, the power of your energy. You will see that everything you focus on grows, that every belief you hold shapes your reality. And as you recognize this, you will become more intentional with your thoughts, more mindful of the words you speak, more aware of the energy you emit. You will understand that the way you think and feel directly impacts the world around you, and you will choose to live in alignment with your highest truth. You will see that your power does not come from what you have, but from who you are. It does not come from external circumstances, but from the way you choose to show up in the world. You will no longer rely on external factors for your sense of worth or security. You will know that your worth is inherent, that you are enough just as you are. You will trust that everything you desire is already on its way to you, and you will no longer feel the need to rush to force to chase after it. Now, it will come to you in its own time, as long as you remain in alignment, as long as you continue to trust the process. In this new state of being, you will be at peace. You will no longer feel the need to prove anything, to do anything, to be anything other than what you already are. You will simply be, and in that being, you will experience the fullness of life. You will experience joy, love, abundance, peace, because all of these things are already within you. All of these things are already yours. You simply need to step into them, to allow them to flow through you. You are the creator of your reality, the master of your destiny. And as you recognize this, as you step into your full power, you will find that everything you have ever wanted is already here, already unfolding, already yours. And as you walk forward, you will understand that you are part of something much greater than yourself. You are part of a collective consciousness, part of a movement that is changing the world, one person at a time. Your awakening is not just for you, it is for the world. Your transformation is not just for you, it is for the world. And as you continue to rise, as you continue to step into your full potential, you will inspire others to do the same. Welcome. Together, we will create a world that is aligned with truth, with love, with purpose. A world where each person is free to step into their own greatness, to live a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and true. A world where the light within us all shines brightly, lighting the way for others to follow. And in that world, there will be no limits, there will be no fear, there will only be love, only peace, only joy, and we will know without a doubt that we are exactly where we are meant to be. As you stand at the threshold of this realization, understand that the path you are on is not one of mere happenstance, but of divine orchestration. Every step you take, every decision you make, every moment of doubt or triumph is part of the beautiful unfolding of your soul's purpose. You are not lost, you are exactly where you need to be. And even when the road seems unclear, trust that the universe is guiding you toward the life you were always meant to live. You were marked for greatness before you even arrived in this world, and as you embrace your power, your truth, and your purpose, you begin to see the evidence of that divine plan unfolding around you. The universe has never left you, and it will never let you go. It whispers to you in moments of stillness, encourages you in moments of doubt, and celebrates with you in moments of triumph. You are not alone. You have always been supported, always been loved, always been guided. And as you step forward, embracing the fullness of who you are, remember that this journey is not just about you. It is about the ripple effect you create in the world. It is about the way your light will inspire others, the way your courage will encourage them to walk their own path with confidence. You are not only transforming your own life, you are transforming the world around you. The shift in your consciousness, the awakening of your soul, has the power to awaken others and change the course of history. So continue to trust, continue to grow, continue to be the truth of who you are, for in doing so you will not only fulfill your own destiny, but you will help illuminate the way for others to step into theirs. The world is waiting for your light, and when you walk in that light, you will not only transform your own life, but you will transform the world, one step, one thought, one action at a time. There is a simple truth that transforms every life it touches. It is not bound by time, nor does it waver in the face of adversity. It is the understanding that when you seek God first, when you place Him above all else, the storms that once seemed mighty lose their power, and what was once chaotic begins to align in perfect harmony. The world teaches struggle. It tells you that you must fight, push, and exhaust yourself to carve out a place in it. It glorifies resistance, and in doing so, it blinds many to the ease with which life was meant to unfold. The storm appears real only to the one who does not know where to stand, but to the one who seeks God first. The winds may howl, the waves may rise, yet none of it matters, for they are anchored in the stillness of divine order. Look at the lives of those who chase after the world, who put their trust in fleeting things. They run from one thing to the next, never satisfied, always longing, never arriving. They believe peace is something to be earned, something that comes after the storm, but they do not see that peace is the foundation, not the reward. And where is peace found? It is found in seeking God first, in making Him your dwelling place. When you awaken to this truth, when you no longer place your faith in appearances but in the unseen reality of God's presence, you will witness miracles that others call impossible, not because you begged or pleaded, but because you aligned yourself with the divine order in which all things are already complete. The doors that once seemed locked swing open effortlessly. The burdens that once felt unbearable dissolve as if they were never there. You do not need to fight the storm. You do not need to struggle against the current. You only need to seek God first. And in doing so, you will realize that the storm was never real to begin with. Everything you seek is already yours. The moment you put God first, you step into the flow of divine unfolding, and all that is meant for you moves toward you without effort, without strain, without doubt. The world may not understand this, but you will know by experience. For the one who truly seeks God never walks in lack. The path is simple. It is not found in fear, nor in worry, nor in striving. It is found in quiet trust, in unwavering faith, in the deep knowing that when you put God first, everything, yes, everything, falls into place. When you place God first, you align yourself with the source of all things. The human mind, conditioned by the world, often believes it must strive, chase, and labor to secure the life it desires. Yet the very act of striving is what pushes that life further away. There is no need to grasp at shadows when you can turn toward the light. Seeking God first is not about external effort. It is about inner alignment. It is about resting in the knowing that all things flow effortlessly to the one who abides in divine presence. Look at nature, at the birds of the air, the lilies of the field. They neither toil nor strive, yet they are cared for abundantly. The bird does not wake with anxiety about its next meal, nor does the flower struggle to bloom. They exist in harmony with the divine order, and so they flourish. How much more then will you flourish when you place your trust in the one who formed the heavens and the earth? The reason so many wander in confusion, battling against unseen forces, is that they have placed something else before God. They have sought the world first, hoping to find in it the peace, security, and fulfillment that only He provides. Yet when you seek God first, the chaos of life begins to dissolve. What once appeared as obstacles reveal themselves as illusions. Problems that seemed insurmountable become stepping stones. The circumstances of life bend, shift, and transform to match the inner state of the one who walks in faith. This is not theory, this is law. What you hold within becomes your experience without. And when you hold the presence of God above all else, your experience can be nothing short of miraculous. The world tells you to seek money, status, approval, and possessions. It tells you that these things will bring security, that they will give you joy. But look at those who have gathered the riches of the world, yet remain restless, anxious, and unsatisfied. What they sought could never fill them, for they sought in the wrong place. The soul does not hunger for gold, it hungers for God. The heart does not long for material gain, it longs for peace, for love, for the presence of the divine. And when you seek God first, all these things are added unto you, not as burdens to carry, but as gifts, freely given. When you understand this, you cease to struggle. You cease to chase after things that were never meant to be pursued. Instead, you stand still, firm in faith, knowing that all things flow to the one who is rightly aligned. Life is not meant to be a battlefield. It is meant to be a dance, a beautiful unfolding where each step is guided by the unseen hand of divine wisdom. The storm only exists for those who believe in it, but to the one who knows God, the storm is nothing more than passing mist. The greatest illusion is that anything outside of God can sustain you. The job, the relationship, the recognition, all of these are fleeting. They shift, they change, they come and go. But what is eternal is the presence of God. And when you rest in that, nothing can shake you. When you seek Him first, you no longer fear loss, for you know that your foundation is unshakable. You no longer fear uncertainty, for you trust that the path is already made clear. You no longer seek validation, for you are already whole. The moment you shift your focus from the world to God, you will witness a change so profound that others will call it a miracle, but to you it will be natural. It will be the inevitable result of living in truth. Suddenly doors open where there were none, people enter your life at the right time, needs are met before they are spoken, and you will know, without a doubt, that you are being carried by something far greater than yourself. Yet the mind resists. It clings to fear, to worry, to doubt. It insists that things must be difficult, that life must be a struggle. But this is a lie, a deception that has been passed down through generations. The truth is simple. Seek God first, and everything else falls into place. There is no need to manipulate, to control, to force things to happen. What is yours by divine right cannot be taken, and what is not meant for you will never stay. When you release the need to hold on so tightly, you allow the flow of life to move as it was always meant to. Consider those who have walked this path before you, those who have placed their trust fully in God. Their lives reflect a peace that the world cannot understand. They do not rush, they do not fear, they do not strive. Yet, everything they need comes to them at the perfect time. Their steps are ordered, their burdens are light, and their joy is full. This is not by chance. It is by divine design. Many seek God in moments of desperation, when the storm is raging, when there is nowhere else to turn. And even then He answers. Yet, what if you did not wait for the storm? What if you did not wait until all else had failed? What if you sought Him first, before the winds began to blow, before the waters began to rise? You would never fear the storm again, for you would know that it has no power over you. This is the invitation, to live in faith not as a last resort, but as a way of being, to place God so fully at the center of your life that nothing else can shake you, to trust so completely that you no longer question when, how, or why, because you know that all things are already done. The struggle ceases when you realize that you were never meant to carry the weight of the world. God, the moment you surrender, the moment you let go of the need to control, the moment you seek God first, life begins to unfold in ways that are beyond human understanding. And so, if you find yourself in a place of uncertainty, if you feel as though the winds of life are tossing you about, stop, be still, seek God first. Not as an afterthought, not as a final option, but as your only priority. Make Him the foundation, and watch as everything else falls into perfect order. The world may not understand it, but you will know. You will see. You will witness firsthand the power of divine alignment. For the one who seeks God first does not chase after blessings, the blessings chase after them. The one who abides in divine presence does not fear the storm, they walk upon the waters. And the one who places their trust fully in God does not struggle through life. They move with grace, with ease, with the certainty that all is well. This is the truth that sets you free. This is the promise that never fails. Seek God first, and everything, yes, everything, will fall into place. When you seek God first, life ceases to be a battle and becomes a masterpiece. You no longer live by the limitations of the world, but by the limitless nature of divine abundance. You stop measuring your worth by external things, for you understand that your worth was established the moment you were created. You do not chase, you do not beg, you do not fear. Instead, you rest in the knowing that when God is your foundation, nothing can be lacking. The mind will try to convince you otherwise. It will say that seeking God alone is not enough, that you must worry, that you must take matters into your own hands. But worry has never changed a situation. Anxiety has never opened a door. Fear has never created a miracle. What moves mountains is faith. What parts the sea is trust. What transforms a life is the unwavering belief that when you put God first, every piece falls into its rightful place. Look back on the moments of struggle in your life. Did your worrying ever bring a solution? Did your sleepless nights ever make the storm pass quicker? Or did you find in the end that everything worked out despite your fears? What if instead of worrying you had chosen faith? What if instead of doubt you had chosen trust? What if from the very beginning you had sought God first and allowed His perfect order to unfold? The struggle would have been unnecessary, the pain avoidable, the fear powerless. This is not about passivity. This is not about sitting idly by and expecting life to unfold without action. This is about inspired action, action that flows from faith rather than fear. The one who seeks God first does not act out of desperation, but out of divine guidance. They do not move because they are afraid of what will happen if they don't. They move because they are led by something higher, something greater. And because their steps are aligned with divine wisdom, they do not stumble. They do not waste energy on battles that are not theirs to fight. They do not strive after things that were never meant for them. They walk with purpose, knowing that every step is ordered, every path made straight, every need already met. The world will not understand this way of being. It will tell you that success requires stress, that achievement demands struggle, that security is something to be earned. But the one who seeks God first knows better. They know that true success is not found in the world's definition, but in alignment with divine purpose. They know that real security does not come from a bank account, a job title, or the approval of others. It comes from the unshakable foundation of God's presence. And because they know this, they do not live in fear of loss. They do not worry about the future. They do not depend on anything external for their peace. There are those who have spent their lives accumulating, hoarding, clinging to things they believe will give them happiness. Yet despite their possessions, they remain restless. They fear losing what they have. They are never satisfied, always seeking more, always feeling as though something is missing. And something is missing. What they lack is not more wealth, more status, more validation. It is the peace that only comes from putting God first. Maternity. For what use is wealth without peace? What use is status without joy? What use is recognition without fulfillment? Yet there are those who have very little by the world's standards, yet they walk in complete abundance. They do not have excess, yet they lack nothing. They do not possess what the world glorifies, yet they overflow with joy, with love, with fulfillment. Why? Because they sought God first, and in doing so they receive the only thing that truly matters. They are rich in ways that the world cannot measure. They are secure in ways that no material thing could ever provide. Life is not meant to be a constant pursuit of things that will never satisfy. It is meant to be an unfolding, a divine dance where everything comes effortlessly to the one who trusts. And when you trust, truly trust, you will find that things begin to shift in ways you never expected. Opportunities arise without you having to force them. Relationships deepen without effort. Provision appears in ways you never planned. Become more out, and you will see again and again that the moment you seek God first, the moment you surrender the need to control, life begins to move with divine precision. The mistake many make is that they seek the gift instead of the giver. They seek blessings instead of the source of blessings. They pray for doors to open, for circumstances to change, for things to come into their lives. Yet they forget that when they seek God first, those things will come naturally. You do not need to chase after what is already yours by divine right. You do not need to struggle for what has already been promised. The only thing required is alignment. And alignment comes when you put God first, above your desires, above your plans, above your fears. To seek God first is not to ignore the reality of life's challenges, but to rise above them. It is to understand that no storm, no obstacle, no hardship is greater than the power that is within you when you are aligned with divine truth. It is to know beyond doubt that everything you need is already provided. When you live in this awareness, you no longer react to the world in fear, you respond in faith. You do not panic when things do not go as planned. You trust that something greater is unfolding. You do not resist change, for you know that every shift, every turn, every redirection is leading you to something far greater than you could have imagined. The world will tell you that this way of living is unrealistic. It will tell you that trust is not enough, that faith is not practical. But look at the lives of those who have placed their trust in God. Look at the peace they carry, the joy they exude, the ease with which they move through life. They are not weighed down by worry. They do not fear the future. They do not live in lack. And it is not because they have never faced hardship. It is because in every hardship they sought God first. And in doing so, they were carried through the storm, untouched by the waves, unshaken by the wind. This is available to you. This is not for a select few. It is not reserved for those who are deemed more worthy or more spiritual. It is a universal truth, a law that applies to all who choose to walk in it. The only requirement is that you decide, that you choose every day to put God first, that you refuse to let fear dictate your choices, that you release the need to control and instead step fully into trust. And when you do, you will see, you will witness firsthand the miraculous unfolding of a life that is divinely guided. You will experience what it means to move with ease, to walk in abundance, to live in a state of peace that cannot be shaken. You will know beyond doubt that everything you ever needed was always within reach, not because you fought for it, not because you earned it, but because you finally understood the truth. Seek God first, and everything else will fall into place. When you truly seek God first, you will see that everything in life begins to shift. The things you once struggled to obtain will come to you effortlessly, not because you have manipulated circumstances, but because you have aligned yourself with the divine flow. The weight of worry that once burdened you will lift, not because all difficulties disappear, but because you now see them for what they are, opportunities for faith rather than sources of fear. You will begin to understand that life was never meant to be a battle. It was never meant to be a constant striving, a constant pushing, a constant fight to make things work. Life was meant to be lived in trust, in faith, in deep knowing that when God is your priority, all things work together for your good. There are those who wander through life confused, lost, uncertain of their purpose, uncertain of what steps to take. They go from one thing to the next, hoping to find meaning, hoping to find fulfillment, hoping to find something that will finally make them feel whole. And yet they never do. They reach one milestone and immediately feel the need to reach another. They gain one thing and instantly fear losing it. They achieve success but still feel empty. Why? Because they have placed something else in the position that only God was meant to fill. They have made their goals, their achievements, their relationships, or their possessions their source of security, their source of identity, their source of peace. And anything placed in that position will eventually fail, because nothing in this world can sustain the weight of what only God can provide. And to judge, but when you seek God first, when you place Him at the center of all things, you no longer walk in confusion. You no longer move through life feeling lost, uncertain, or unfulfilled. Your purpose becomes clear, not because you've figured everything out, but because you have surrendered the need to figure everything out. You trust that as you walk in alignment with God, the path will reveal itself. You no longer need to chase after opportunities, because what is meant for you will naturally come. You no longer need to fear missing out, because you understand that you cannot miss what is divinely assigned to you. The world teaches that you must be in control, that you must always be planning, always be strategizing, always be making things happen. And while action is important, action rooted in fear, in desperation, or in the need for validation will only lead to exhaustion. But when your actions flow from a place of faith, when your movement is guided by divine wisdom, you will find that what once felt difficult now feels effortless. You will find yourself in the right places at the right times. You will meet the right people, enter the right doors, and receive the right opportunities, not because you forced them to happen, but because you allowed them to unfold. When you make God your priority, you stop depending on external things to bring you peace. You stop placing your security in unstable foundations. You stop seeking approval from those who do not hold your destiny. You stop worrying about things that are already taken care of in the divine plan. And when you do this, you become unshakable. You no longer react to life's challenges with fear, because you know that nothing can threaten what is divinely yours. You do not panic when things do not go as planned, because you trust that there is a greater plan unfolding. You do not cling to things that are meant to leave, because you understand that anything removed is making space for something greater. Those who do not seek God first live in a state of constant fear. They fear losing what they have. They fear not getting what they want. They fear change. They fear uncertainty. They fear failure. But fear is a sign of misalignment. Fear is an indication that trust has been placed in something other than God. For when God is your foundation, there is no fear, only faith. When God is your guide, there is no confusion, only clarity. People spend years, sometimes their entire lives, trying to create stability on their own. They work tirelessly, they stress endlessly, they chase after things they believe will make them happy, and yet many of them never find the peace they are looking for. They may have all the material wealth in the world, yet still feel empty inside. They may have achieved everything they once dreamed of, yet still feel as though something is missing. And that is because peace does not come from external things. Joy does not come from accomplishments. Fulfillment does not come from status. These things are fleeting, temporary, ever-changing. True peace, true joy, true fulfillment can only be found in seeking God first. When you operate from this truth, your entire perspective on life shifts. You no longer live in fear of what is to come, because you trust that whatever comes is already part of the divine plan. You no longer worry about provision, because you understand that God is your provider. You no longer seek love from a place of lack, because you know that you are already fully loved. And because you walk in this truth, the energy you carry changes. People notice something different about you. They see the peace you have, the confidence you exude, the way you move through life without fear. They may not understand it, but they will be drawn to it, because peace is rare in a world that thrives on chaos. This is not to say that challenges will not come. Life will still have its tests, its storms, its moments of uncertainty. But when you are rooted in God, these things do not shake you. You do not see challenges as obstacles, but as opportunities for faith. You do not view storms as threats, but as ways to deepen your trust. You do not resist change, because you know that everything is working together for your good. Many people ask how they can know if they are truly seeking God first. The answer is simple. What do you think about the most? Where does your trust lie? What do you turn to when you are in need? If your thoughts are consumed with worry about the future, if your trust is placed in money, status, or people, if you turn to external things for comfort rather than turning to God, then there is room to shift. Seeking God first is not about perfection. It is not about having all the answers. It is about making a decision daily to put your faith in something greater than yourself. When you do this, you will see that everything changes. You will see how doors open without you forcing them. You will see how opportunities arise without you chasing them. You will see how peace becomes your natural state even in the midst of uncertainty. And you will know beyond doubt that seeking God first is not just the best way, it is the only way to truly live. When you seek God first, you step into a reality where life is no longer something to be feared, no longer something to be controlled, but something to be lived in full trust. You begin to realize that the very things you used to worry about no longer hold power over you. The anxieties that once kept you up at night lose their grip because you now see life from a higher perspective. The whitest thought, the whitest wish, the whitest possession. You no longer react to challenges with frustration or fear because you understand that every challenge carries within it the seed of growth, the opportunity to deepen your faith, the chance to witness yet another miracle unfold. To seek God first is to remove yourself from the endless cycle of striving. It is to step into a state of divine rest. Not rest as the world defines it, not inactivity, not passivity, but a deep inner knowing that all things are working in your favor. It is the understanding that you do not need to fight for what is already yours. The door that is meant to open for you will open. The opportunity that is meant for you will appear. The provision that is required will be supplied. And because you live in this knowing, you are not shaken by temporary delays, by closed doors, by moments of waiting. You trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When you truly seek God first, you stop chasing happiness, because you realize that happiness is not something to be pursued. It is something that naturally flows from within when you are aligned with divine truth. The world teaches that happiness is found in external achievements, in possessions, in validation from others, and yet so many who have attained these things still feel empty. They reach the top and realize that the joy they thought they would find is not there. They acquire all the things they once dreamed of and still feel restless. And that is because true joy cannot be found in things. It is not found in circumstances. It is found in connection with God, in alignment with His divine will, in the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you seek God first, you no longer depend on external conditions for your peace. You do not need everything to be perfect in order to be at ease. You do not need circumstances to align in order to feel secure. Your peace comes from within, from the unshakable foundation of knowing that you are divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely provided for. And because of this, you move differently, you speak differently, you carry yourself differently, you radiate a confidence that is not based on arrogance, but on deep trust. You no longer live in fear of the unknown, because you understand that nothing is truly unknown to God. You do not resist change, because you trust that every shift is leading you to something greater. Those who do not seek God first often live in a constant state of exhaustion. They are always chasing, always striving, always feeling as though they must control every aspect of their lives in order to feel safe. And yet, no matter how much they plan, no matter how much they achieve, the fear never truly leaves. It simply shifts from one thing to another. First, they fear not having enough. Then they fear losing what they have. First, they fear not being successful. Then they fear maintaining their success. And the cycle continues because fear is never satisfied. Fear will always demand more. But those who put God first walk in a different reality. They do not live in fear because they know that what is divinely given cannot be taken away. They do not chase after things because they know that what is meant for them will come. They do not stress over the future because they understand that the future is already held in divine hands. And because they live this way, their lives reflect a different kind of abundance, not just material abundance, but an abundance of peace, of joy, of clarity, of purpose. When you live in this way, you begin to notice that the storms that once seemed overwhelming no longer shake you. You may still face difficulties, but they no longer control you. You may still experience challenges, but they no longer consume you, because you now understand that every storm has a purpose. Every delay is a divine setup. Every closed door is protection. Every moment of waiting is preparation. And with this understanding, you no longer resist the flow of life, you trust it. You embrace it. You walk through it with unwavering faith. People will begin to ask you why you are so at peace when things seem uncertain. They will wonder why you do not panic when others do. They will notice that there is something different about you, something unshakable, something they cannot quite explain. And that is because those who seek God first carry a different energy, a different presence. They carry the presence of divine confidence, the presence of unwavering trust, the presence of a life fully surrendered. You do not need to struggle to make things happen when you are in alignment with divine will. You do not need to manipulate circumstances, force outcomes, or exhaust yourself trying to control what was never yours to control. Your only job is to seek God first, to trust in His perfect timing, to align yourself with His guidance, and to move in faith. When you do this, life begins to unfold in ways you never expected. The right doors open effortlessly, the right opportunities appear at the perfect moment. The things you once thought were impossible become your reality. And it is not because you fought for them, not because you forced them, but because you trusted in the divine process. The greatest mistake many make is believing that they must fix everything on their own. They believe that if they do not push, nothing will move. If they do not fight, nothing will change. If they do not control, everything will fall apart. But this is an illusion. Life is not meant to be lived in a state of struggle. It is meant to be lived in faith, in surrender, in deep trust, that when you put God first, everything else aligns. The storm does not last forever. The uncertainty does not remain. The confusion does not define your destiny. But when you seek God first, you do not have to wait for circumstances to change in order to have peace. You do not have to wait for the storm to pass in order to feel secure. Your security is already established. Your peace is already present. Your path is already clear, even if you cannot see it yet. When you truly put God first, you begin to understand that life was never meant to be about struggle. It was never meant to be about running in circles, chasing things that will never satisfy. It was meant to be a journey of trust, of faith, of divine alignment. And the moment you step into that alignment, the moment you make the decision to truly seek God above all else, everything changes. The burdens lift, the fear fades, the confusion disappears, and you begin to walk in a new reality, a reality where everything is falling into place, not because you made it happen, but because you finally understood the greatest truth of all. Seek God first, and everything else will follow. When you live in full surrender to God, you step into a life that is no longer dictated by fear, by worry, by external conditions. You step into a realm where peace becomes your natural state, where joy flows effortlessly, where doors open without struggle. You no longer live with the weight of uncertainty pressing down on you because you have learned the truth. When you seek God first, everything else falls into place. So the darkness is almost undoubtedly the place where things start at last. Everything will fall. Many people live their lives chasing after things that can never truly fulfill them. They believe that if they can just get the right job, make enough money, find the right partner, build the perfect life, then they will finally feel secure, finally feel at peace. And yet, time and time again, they achieve these things only to realize that something is still missing. The sense of wholeness they thought they would find is not there. The peace they expected to feel is fleeting. The joy they longed for is momentary at best, and so they move on to the next thing, hoping that maybe this time it will be different. Maybe this time they will finally feel complete. But the cycle continues, and they never find what they are looking for because they are searching in the wrong place. Everything in this world is temporary. The things people chase after today will fade tomorrow. The wealth that seems so important now can disappear in an instant. The status that brings validation today can be gone overnight. The relationships that seem to define one's happiness can shift without warning. And so, to build your life upon these things is to build on an unstable foundation. A foundation that will inevitably crumble. But when you seek God first, when you make Him your foundation, you build on something unshakable. You build on something eternal, something that cannot be taken away, something that is not dependent on external circumstances. When you put God first, you no longer live in reaction to life. You no longer allow your emotions to be dictated by what is happening around you. You no longer let fear control your decisions. Instead, you operate from a place of divine wisdom, from a place of deep trust, from a place of unshakable faith. And in doing so, you step into a new reality, a reality where things work in your favor, where the right opportunities come effortlessly, where the right people enter your life at the perfect time. Not because you forced it, not because you struggled for it, but because you aligned yourself with the divine flow. People will begin to notice that there is something different about you. They will see the way you carry yourself with confidence, the way you walk through life with a sense of peace that is not dependent on circumstances. They will wonder why you do not panic when others do, why you do not stress over things that seem to trouble everyone else. They will ask how it is that you seem so sure, so secure, so unwavering in your trust. And the answer will always be the same, because you have chosen to seek God first. This does not mean that life will be without challenges. There will still be moments of uncertainty, moments where things do not go as planned, moments where the storm seems overwhelming. But the difference is that you will no longer be shaken by these moments. You will no longer be controlled by fear, because you will know with absolute certainty that everything is working together for your good. You will not waste energy worrying about what is beyond your control, because you will understand that nothing is beyond divine control. You will not fight against the flow of life, because you will trust that every delay, every closed door, every unexpected turn is leading you exactly where you need to be. The world teaches that success comes from striving, from pushing, from constantly working to make things happen. But divine truth teaches that true success comes from alignment. It comes from seeking God first, from trusting in His plan, from allowing things to unfold in their perfect time. When you live in this truth, you no longer feel the need to chase after things, because you know that what is meant for you cannot be lost. So you do not fear missing out, because you understand that you are always exactly where you are meant to be. There is a power in surrender that many do not understand. To the world, surrender looks like weakness. It looks like giving up control, like passivity, like inaction. But true surrender is the most powerful thing you can do. It is not about doing nothing. It is about aligning yourself with divine wisdom, about moving in faith rather than fear, about trusting that the path ahead is already set and that all you need to do is walk in obedience. When you surrender, you do not stop taking action, but your actions are no longer rooted in anxiety, in desperation, in the need to prove yourself. They are rooted in trust, in confidence, in the deep knowing that you are guided every step of the way. When you seek God first, your priorities shift. The things that once seemed important no longer hold the same weight. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself to others, because you know that your worth is not found in their opinions. You no longer place your security in material things, because you understand that true security comes from something far greater. You no longer waste energy trying to control things that were never yours to control, because you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. And as a result, you begin to move differently. You begin to carry yourself with a peace that is unshakable, with a confidence that is not based on arrogance but on deep trust. You begin to see life in a new way, not as something to be feared, not as something to be controlled, but as something to be embraced. You no longer resist the process, because you know that the process is leading you somewhere greater. You no longer fear uncertainty, because you trust that even in the unknown, you are being guided. People will wonder why you are not stressed, why you do not react the way they do, why you seem so sure, so steady, so at peace. And the reason is simple. You have sought God first, and because of that, everything else has fallen into place. The things you used to worry about no longer trouble you. The fears that once held you back no longer have power over you. The doubts that once plagued your mind have been replaced with unshakable faith. You have stepped into a reality where you no longer live in fear of what is to come, but in full trust that everything is already taken care of. This is the life that is available to you when you choose to seek God first. This is the peace that awaits you when you decide to surrender. This is the joy that becomes your reality when you stop chasing after things that cannot fulfill you and instead align yourself with the divine. Everything you have been searching for is already within reach. The peace, the clarity, the purpose, the provision, it is all there, waiting for you to step into it. And the only thing required is the decision to seek God above all else, to trust in His perfect timing, to walk in faith rather than fear. And when you do, you will see the truth for yourself. You will witness the miracles unfold. You will experience the transformation. You will step into a new reality, a reality where everything is falling into place, not because you forced it, but because you finally understood the greatest truth of all. When you seek God first, everything else follows. When you seek God first, you step into a life of divine alignment where peace replaces anxiety, faith overcomes fear, and everything falls into place in perfect timing. No longer do you chase after things that can never truly satisfy. Instead, you trust that what is meant for you will come effortlessly. Challenges may still arise, but they no longer shake you, for you know that every delay, every closed door, every unexpected turn is a step towards something greater. The world may tell you to strive, to control, to force outcomes, but the truth is that real abundance, real joy, and real fulfillment come from surrendering to God's plan. When you let go of the need to manipulate circumstances and instead walk in faith, you begin to witness miracles unfold. You move differently, speak differently, and live with a confidence that is not of this world. Everything you desire, peace, success, clarity, purpose, is already waiting for you. But it is only when you put God first that you unlock the door to it all. Seek Him above all else. Trust in His divine timing, and you will see that everything you need, everything you have been searching for, has been prepared for you all along. When you look back on the year that has passed, the losses you've experienced, and the struggles that have weighed heavily on your heart, it's easy to feel as though the best parts of your life have slipped away. You may ask yourself, why did this happen to me? Or how could I have lost so much? But I want you to understand this truth. Nothing is ever truly lost when you trust in the power that lies within you. You see, the loss you feel is merely an illusion, a temporary shadow that is fading, for the Creator of the universe has a plan to restore everything to you and more. The secret to restoration is not found in waiting for things to magically improve, but in knowing with unwavering certainty that everything you need and desire is already yours. The process of restoration begins in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. God has already put within you the power to manifest your restoration, and that power is your imagination. What you believe and see in your heart is what will become your reality. This is the divine law. In the stillness of your heart, when you close your eyes and truly believe that what you have lost can be restored, you are giving life to a new creation. It's not just about receiving what you once had. It's about allowing yourself to accept something greater, something more aligned with your divine purpose. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the creator of your own life. The past may have caused you pain, but in the power of your imagination, the future can become a place of restoration, abundance, and joy. Think of the moments in your life when you felt empty, when you believed there was no way forward. Now envision yourself with everything you've lost being restored to you, only better than before. It's time to shift your mindset, to see with the eyes of faith, knowing that all things work together for your good. When you feel that something is missing, that's just an opportunity for your divine restoration to unfold. It's in the gaps, in the moments of apparent loss, that you are primed for something greater to enter your life. Know that God, the source of all abundance, sees every detail of your life. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Everything you need, everything you've lost, has been carefully noted and is waiting to be restored. You must stop living in regret or mourning what has passed. For the moment you let go of the past, you are making space for a future beyond your imagination. You are worthy of every good thing, and it is already on its way to you. When you believe that God has already restored everything, when you live as though the blessings you seek are already in your possession, the universe must obey that belief. Your power is in your knowing, in your certainty. Believe that the best is yet to come, and it will manifest before your eyes. Your reality will conform to the vision you hold in your heart. All that you've lost will be given back to you in divine timing, in a way that exceeds your expectations. Restoration isn't about going back to where you were. It's about stepping forward into a life that reflects the fullness of your divine inheritance. God has more in store for you than you can imagine. It's all part of a divine plan to bring you into a higher state of being, one filled with blessings, peace, and unimaginable joy. You have only to believe, to trust in the power of your own divine imagination, and to step boldly into the life that is waiting for you. The restoration of everything you've lost is not something that happens externally, it begins within. As you align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your imagination with the knowing that everything you desire is already done, you open the door for the miraculous to unfold. Remember, you are never separate from the source of all things. You are one with God, and in that oneness you hold the power to restore all that you have lost. Let go of the fear, let go of the doubt, and trust that everything is being made new for you. Step forward now with confidence and peace, knowing that all things are being restored. You are the creator of your reality, and today marks the beginning of the most beautiful chapter of your life, one filled with abundance, love, and divine favor. The best is yet to come, and it will come in ways that will astound you. You will not only regain what you have lost, but you will receive so much more. As you stand in the midst of what may feel like emptiness or despair, remember this truth. The power to restore your life resides not in circumstances, but in your mind, your thoughts, and your beliefs. Everything that has been taken or lost in your life, whether relationships, opportunities, possessions, or peace of mind, can be restored and even surpassed when you begin to realize the true potential of your own consciousness. You are not at the mercy of your external world. The world around you is simply a reflection of what you believe to be true about yourself, and your life is shaped by the images and feelings you hold within. It is vital to understand that restoration is not something that is given to you from an outside source. It is not a favor granted or a kindness bestowed. It is your divine right as a child of God to receive restoration, for all things are yours by divine inheritance. You are worthy of every good thing in this world, and the only thing standing between you and your full restoration is your ability to accept it. Your thoughts, your inner dialogue, and your faith in yourself are the key that unlocks the door to your abundance. You are the architect of your reality, and when you take control of your thoughts, you change the course of your life. The law of the universe, the law of God, is that like attracts like. This is why it is crucial to focus not on what is lost, but on what you desire to receive. When you focus on loss, lack, or what's missing, you continue to attract more of the same into your life. The more you dwell on the absence of what you once had, the more you amplify that absence. But the moment you begin to shift your focus, to believe that what has been lost can and will be restored, The universe responds to that faith by bringing you exactly what you've been believing for. Visualize now, in your mind's eye, everything that you've lost being restored, not as it once was, but as something greater, something better than before. Imagine yourself walking through life full of joy and abundance, surrounded by the very things you once thought were lost forever. Let yourself feel the joy, the peace, the love, and the success that accompany this vision. The more vividly you can see this in your mind, the more power you give to the process of manifestation. You are not merely wishing for these things, you are creating them in the very fabric of your consciousness, and in doing so, you are calling them into existence. Now, trust in the divine timing of the universe. It may not always happen as quickly as you wish, but know that your restoration is in progress and it is unfolding exactly as it should. The restoration of what you have lost is not a linear process. It may take twists and turns, but it is always moving toward your highest good. When you let go of the need to control the how, the when, and the where, you open the floodgates for miracles to pour into your life. Understand that your prayers are already answered even before you ask. Everything you desire is already yours, and the moment you believe it, it begins to materialize. You must also understand that restoration is not just about regaining material things or external circumstances. True restoration begins within. You may have lost your sense of purpose, your confidence, or your sense of self-worth. Perhaps you've been through pain, heartbreak, or disappointment. All of these are temporary conditions, but they do not define who you are. You are divine, and nothing that happens in this world can diminish your inherent worth. Your restoration begins with you. It begins with the realization that you are whole, complete, and powerful just as you are, and nothing can take that away from you. The first step in your journey of restoration is to forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is a powerful act of releasing the past and allowing space for the future. When you hold on to anger, resentment, or regret, you are holding yourself captive in a prison of your own making. But when you forgive, you free yourself to receive the blessings that are meant for you. Forgiveness is not about excusing the actions of others or letting go of your pain. It is about releasing the power that those experiences have over you. You forgive because you are ready to move forward, because you know that holding on to the past only keeps you from stepping into the fullness of what lies ahead. Along with forgiveness, you must also cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the life you have now, even if it feels incomplete or imperfect. Gratitude is the key that opens the door to greater blessings. When you can look around you, no matter your circumstances, and find something to be thankful for, you begin to shift your energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude changes your vibration and aligns you with the infinite flow of blessings that are already on their way to you. The universe is constantly providing for you, and when you acknowledge this with a thankful heart, you invite more of God's goodness into your life. Another powerful tool in your journey of restoration is faith. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Faith is not about knowing how things will unfold. It is about trusting that they will unfold in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Faith is about believing in the unseen, in the promises that have been made to you. It is about knowing without a shadow of a doubt that everything you need is already on its way to you. When you place your faith in the divine plan for your life, you let go of the need to control every aspect of your journey, and you allow God's guidance to lead you to exactly where you need to be. As you continue on your path to restoration, remember that you are not alone. God is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and loving you unconditionally. When you feel lost or uncertain, turn inward and listen to the quiet whispers of your soul. Trust the intuitive nudges, the gentle guidance that leads you toward your restoration. You may not always understand the path, but know that it is always leading you to a better place. Even in moments of darkness, there is always light ahead, and that light is your faith, your trust, and your unwavering belief that everything will be restored in perfect divine timing. You are being guided towards something greater than you can imagine. Every step you take, Every thought you think, every decision you make is part of the divine process of your restoration. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, working behind the scenes to bring you exactly what you need. Even when you cannot see the way forward, trust that the path is being paved for you. Every loss is merely an opportunity for a greater gain. Every disappointment, a stepping stone toward your highest good. And as you step forward in faith, knowing that your restoration is already in motion, continue to visualize your life as already being whole, already being restored. Do not wait for the external circumstances to change before you believe. Believe first, and then watch as the world around you transforms. The moment you align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings with the truth that everything is already restored, you create the space for miracles to unfold in your life. Remember, nothing is ever truly lost. It is simply waiting to be rediscovered. The losses you've experienced are not the end of the story. They are merely the beginning of something greater. And as you align with the divine power that resides within you, you will see how everything that was once lost will be restored to you in ways that will amaze you and surpass your wildest expectations. There are times in life when it feels as though we've reached the end of the road. We may look around and see only the remnants of what once was. Dreams that were shattered, relationships that fell apart, opportunities that passed by unnoticed. But in those moments of apparent loss, there is a deeper truth to remember. God's plan for you has never been lost. The loss you feel is but a temporary illusion, and it is in this very moment of perceived absence that God is preparing to restore everything that you have lost. It's easy to focus on what has been taken away, to fixate on the empty spaces in your life, but understand that it is precisely these empty spaces that are creating room for something new. The universe is always working to bring you what you are ready to receive, and just as night follows day, your restoration will follow the losses you've experienced. The dark seasons you have walked through are not without purpose. They are preparing you for something greater, something that will bring you deeper fulfillment and greater joy. The restoration you seek will not come from external circumstances, but from the inner work that you do. It begins within you, in the realm of your thoughts and beliefs. The outer world is a reflection of what is taking place inside of you. If you continue to focus on the emptiness, the loss, the hurt, that is all you will continue to experience. But if you shift your focus to what you wish to receive, to the abundance that is already yours, the universe will respond by bringing those things to you. When you understand that the power to restore what you have lost is already within you, your perspective shifts. You begin to see that you are not at the mercy of the world around you. You are the creator of your own reality, and the thoughts you hold in your mind are the seeds that will grow into your future. If you hold the belief that everything is lost, that there is no hope for restoration, then you will continue to experience loss. In this belief, but if you choose to believe that everything you need is already on its way to you, if you choose to trust that God has already set in motion your restoration, then you are creating the space for miracles to unfold. This is the law of creation. That which you think, believe, and feel is what you manifest in your life. Your beliefs shape your experiences, and when you believe that everything you've lost will be returned to you and more, that belief will bring your restoration into being. This is not a matter of wishful thinking or waiting for something outside of you to change. It is about knowing in the deepest part of your being that what you have lost is already on its way back to you. When you envision your restoration, you are not simply hoping for things to get better. You are creating the circumstances that will bring about that restoration. Your mind is the creative force in your life. Every time you close your eyes and imagine yourself whole, happy, and abundant, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. You are aligning yourself with the flow of divine energy that is always working to bring you your highest good. This process of restoration also requires you to trust in divine timing. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as we would like, but know this: everything happens in perfect timing. The universe has a plan for you, and while it may not always look like the plan you imagined, it is always the perfect plan. Trust that the pieces are being put into place for you, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. God is working in your life behind the scenes to restore everything that has been lost. Your only job is to trust the process, to believe that all will be well, and to hold on to the vision of the life you desire. One of the most powerful tools in your restoration is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. When you are grateful for the things you still have, the people in your life, and the opportunities that are on their way, you begin to magnetize more of those blessings into your life. It is not about ignoring the losses you've experienced, but about choosing to see beyond them, to look for the good that is already present. When you do this, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and open the doors for your restoration to unfold. Forgiveness also plays a key role in the restoration process. You may feel anger, resentment, or frustration over the things you've lost, especially if it feels as though others were responsible for your pain. But holding on to these negative emotions only keeps you stuck in the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing the behavior of others. It is about releasing the grip that these emotions have over you. Forgiveness is a way of freeing yourself from the past, so you can step into the future with a heart open to receiving the blessings that God has for you. When you forgive, you create space in your heart and mind for your restoration to take place. You allow yourself to let go of what was and embrace what is to come. And as you forgive, you begin to heal, not only emotionally, but spiritually. Your soul is made whole, and the flow of divine energy that was once blocked is now free to move through you, bringing with it the restoration you so deeply desire. But it's not just forgiveness of others that is necessary. You must also forgive yourself. Perhaps you have blamed yourself for what you've lost, or you've carried the weight of guilt, shame, or regret. These feelings only hold you back from experiencing the fullness of your divine restoration. You are not meant to carry the burden of your past mistakes. You are meant to learn from them, to grow, and to move forward into a new season of life. When you forgive yourself, you release the chains of self-judgment, and you free yourself to receive all that God has in store for you. Alongside forgiveness, self-love is a vital component of your restoration. You must love yourself enough to believe that you are deserving of everything that God has promised you. You are worthy of abundance, of love, of happiness, and of peace. The restoration of your life begins with the restoration of your own sense of worth. When you see yourself as worthy of God's blessings, you open the door for those blessings to flow into your life. Your divine inheritance is waiting for you, and the moment you acknowledge your own worthiness, you align yourself with that inheritance. Remember, restoration is not just about what you will receive, it is about who you are becoming. The losses you have experienced have shaped you, molded you into a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate person. Every challenge you've faced has been an opportunity for growth, and as you continue to heal and restore, you will emerge as a more empowered version of yourself, ready to embrace the fullness of all that God has for you. You are being prepared for something greater than you could have ever imagined. The best is yet to come, and it is coming in ways that will surprise and delight you. God is not only restoring the things that you have lost, He is also creating new opportunities for you. The path ahead is filled with endless possibilities, and your divine restoration is only the beginning of the journey. When you trust in the process, when you align your thoughts and beliefs with the truth of who you are, and when you embrace the power of forgiveness, gratitude, and self-love, you are setting the stage for a future beyond your wildest dreams. Let go of the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty. Trust that everything you need is already on its way to you, and that your restoration is unfolding perfectly, even if you can't yet see it. Believe in the power of your imagination, in the strength of your faith, and in the love that God has for you. You are being restored, and nothing, absolutely nothing, is beyond the reach of the divine plan that is unfolding in your life. Keep your heart open, your mind focused on your desires, and your soul aligned with the infinite flow of abundance. All that you have lost will be returned to you in greater measure, and you will emerge from this season of restoration stronger, more peaceful, and more fulfilled than ever before. The path to restoration is not always linear, and it may seem at times that the setbacks are greater than the progress. But do not be deceived by appearances. Every step forward, even when it feels small, is part of the divine plan unfolding in your life. There are moments when you will question if your dreams will ever manifest, or if the things you've lost will ever be returned. But understand this: the universe does not operate in terms of lack. It operates in terms of abundance, and the return of what you have lost is inevitable when you align yourself with the truth of your own worthiness. Consider the seasons of nature. There are times of growth and times of dormancy. The trees may appear barren in the winter, but beneath the surface the roots are still alive, preparing for the next season of growth. Just because you cannot see the growth taking place does not mean it is not happening. Similarly, just because you cannot yet see the full manifestation of your restoration does not mean it is not already in motion. Trust in the unseen workings of the divine, for in the same way the seasons change, so too does your life undergo cycles of growth, renewal, and restoration. When you plant a seed, you cannot immediately see the fruit. It must first take root in the soil, and that process takes time. The soil must be rich, and the seed must be nourished by water and light. Your restoration is like that seed, waiting to take root within you. It is being nurtured by your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. The more you focus on the positive, the more you align with the flow of restoration. And just as the seed grows into a tree, so will your life transform from one of loss to one of abundance. This is why your inner state is so vital to your restoration. If you continue to feed yourself negative thoughts and feelings, if you remain stuck in the belief that what has been lost can never be returned, you are not giving your restoration the proper conditions to grow. Your thoughts must be like the sunlight that nourishes the seed, and your feelings must be like the water that helps it to sprout. In order for your life to be restored, you must choose to focus on the good, on the abundant, on the possibilities that await you. As you begin to align with the flow of restoration, it is important to understand that your desires are not random. The things you have lost were once in your life for a reason, and those things will be returned in a way that is even better than before. Perhaps what you lost was a job, a relationship, or even a sense of purpose. You may feel that the loss of these things has defined you, and without them you are incomplete. But God's plan is far greater than your own understanding. What you thought was lost was only a part of the larger plan that is unfolding for you. You may have experienced rejection or failure in the past, and these experiences may have led you to believe that you are not worthy of success or love. But understand that rejection is not a reflection of your worth. Rejection is simply a redirection. It is the universe guiding you away from something that was not meant for you, so that it can make room for something greater. When you can accept that the things you lost were simply part of a greater plan, you can release the pain and the fear that come with loss, and allow the new blessings to enter your life. Trust that the universe is never withholding from you, but rather guiding you toward your highest good. Every setback is an opportunity for redirection, and every loss is an invitation to grow and to learn. When you embrace the losses, you make space for what is truly meant for you. The divine is always working in your favor, even when it seems like the world is working against you. What you perceive as loss is simply preparation for the greater blessings that are on their way. Now is the time to let go of any attachment to the past. When you hold on to the past, you keep yourself trapped in the cycle of loss. But when you release the past, you open yourself to the future. It is only when you release the grip of attachment that you can truly allow the restoration to take place. Holding on to what was keeps you from embracing what is to come. And so, release. Release the pain, release the regrets, Release the fear that the future will look like the past. Trust that God's plan for you is filled with beauty, and when you open your hands to receive, you are inviting those blessings into your life. As you release the old, be sure to take time to celebrate the new. It is easy to become so focused on what is missing that you forget to acknowledge what you still have. You may have lost many things, but there is always something to be grateful for. Every moment of gratitude shifts your energy and aligns you with the flow of abundance. The more grateful you are, the more you attract into your life to be grateful for. Gratitude is the key to manifesting your restoration, and when you focus on what you are thankful for, you create a powerful magnet for more blessings. The restoration of everything you have lost is not just about receiving back what you once had, but about receiving what is truly meant for you. The universe will not just return the things you've lost, it will give you back more. It will give you back in greater measure more than you could have ever imagined. What was taken from you was never meant to define you. What is coming to you will be far greater than what you had before, because God's plan for you is always filled with more than enough. Remember, restoration takes time. It is not a quick fix. It is a process, a journey that unfolds step by step. You may not see the full picture right now, but that is okay. Trust that the pieces are falling into place, even when you cannot see them. Have faith that everything is working out in your favor, and that the universe is always guiding you toward your highest good. The moment you release your need for immediate results is the moment that everything begins to fall into place. Trust the process, and trust that all is well. When you let go of your attachment to the outcome, you allow the universe to surprise you in ways you never thought possible. You no longer need to control the process. You no longer need to force things into being. Instead, you surrender to the flow of life and trust that everything is working out in perfect order. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It is the strength to trust in the divine timing of your restoration and to know that you are always being guided toward your highest good. So, hold on to your vision of what is to come. Keep your heart open to the blessings that are on their way, and trust that God is restoring everything you have lost. The universe is always working on your behalf, and the best is yet to come. Believe that everything is happening for you, not to you. The path ahead may not always be clear, but trust that it is leading you towards something greater than you could have ever imagined. Keep faith in the process, and keep your mind focused on what you desire. In time, everything will be restored, and more. The restoration that you seek is already on its way, and when it arrives, it will be everything you've dreamed of, and more. When you look at your life and consider the things you've lost, it's important to understand that the divine operates in a way that is far beyond human understanding. We are often so focused on what we can see, touch, and measure that we forget there is a greater force at work, weaving the fabric of our lives in ways we cannot always perceive. What you have lost is simply a part of the larger plan being orchestrated for your highest good. But with this understanding, each experience, each loss has prepared you for something even greater. Do not let the illusion of loss fool you into thinking that the story is over. The narrative is still being written, and the most powerful chapters are still to come. When the tide of life seems to take away what you hold dear, it's not the end. It's simply the beginning of something new. Life doesn't end when something is taken, rather it shifts. The divine knows your needs even before you do, and in times of loss it is often preparing the ground for something far richer than what you can see. Remember that not everything that leads your life does so permanently. Many things are merely passing through, making space for something of even greater worth. When you release them, you are not left with nothing. You are left with the potential for something more aligned with your true desires. You have not been forgotten. You've not been abandoned. In fact, the universe has been working behind the scenes, creating an environment in which your dreams, your desires, and your restoration can flourish. There is a divine intelligence that always has your back, always guiding you toward the best version of your life. Your job is not to force the restoration, but to be patient and trust that it is on its way. Your purpose lies in learning how to restoration about life, which also happens when you feel your purpose. Just as a flower cannot bloom before its time, you too must trust in the timing of your restoration. The more you trust, the more you allow the universe to work on your behalf. Think of the times in your life when something you once wanted so badly didn't work out. At the time, it may have felt like the end of the road, but looking back, you can see that what you wanted wasn't necessarily what you needed. Maybe what you desired at the time would have led you down a path that wasn't right for you. Maybe the timing wasn't aligned, or perhaps the opportunity wasn't as perfect as it first appeared. In hindsight, you can see how the divine intervened to protect you from a situation that wasn't meant for you. Your restoration comes in part through divine protection and divine timing. The losses you've experienced were part of a greater protection that ensures your ultimate happiness. As you begin to embrace the notion that everything happens for a reason, the process of restoration becomes smoother. You no longer resist the changes that come your way. You no longer fight against the current of life, but instead allow it to carry you toward your destiny. Every wave, every change is simply part of the journey. And with each change comes the potential for growth and restoration. In moments when doubt creeps in and you begin to wonder whether things will truly be restored, remind yourself of your power. You are not a victim of life. You are a co-creator. You have the ability to shape your reality, to influence the outcomes, and to align yourself with the abundance that is available to you. The key lies in your belief. The moment you truly believe that everything you have lost will be restored, you open the door for it to happen. The power of belief cannot be overstated. It is the seed from which your restoration grows. As you cultivate the belief that you are worthy of restoration, you create the conditions necessary for it to manifest. The law of attraction, as it is often called, is a law that never fails. You attract what you believe and what you focus on. If you continue to focus on the loss, on the absence of what was, you will perpetuate that feeling of lack. But if you shift your focus to the future, to the life that is unfolding before you, you will begin to attract what is meant for you. And so, by focusing on the restoration, by visualizing it with clarity and faith, you are pulling it toward you, like a magnet drawing in what is already yours. It is also important to recognize that restoration is not a return to the past. The things that you've lost may return in a different form, but they will never be the same. And that is not a bad thing. The restoration that is coming to you is a higher form of what you once had. It will be more aligned with your true self, more fulfilling, more expansive. The loss you experienced may have seemed like a step backward, but in reality, it was simply a setup for a leap forward. The restoration is not a duplication of the past. It is an elevation to a higher version of the life you once knew. Imagine yourself in a new chapter of life, where the things you've lost are returned to you in a way that surprises and delights you. Picture the life you desire in vivid detail, and feel the emotions of that life as if it is happening right now. Feel the joy, the peace, the abundance flowing into your experience. See the people, the opportunities, and the experiences that you once thought were gone. Know that the universe is rearranging things behind the scenes to bring them back to you in a way that will surpass your expectations. It may take time and it may require patience, but know this: it is on its way. Your faith, your trust, and your belief are what will manifest the restoration that is destined for you. In the moments when doubt arises, return to the truth that everything is working out in your favor. Trust that the divine knows exactly what you need and that you are worthy of receiving it. As you continue on your journey, remember that the law of divine timing governs all things. There is no rush. The restoration will come when it is time. And when it arrives, it will be everything you have dreamed of and more. Every setback, every disappointment, every loss was merely preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust that you are worthy of the abundant life that is now being restored to you. So, As you stand in this moment, filled with hope and expectation, know that the best is yet to come. Everything you have lost will be returned to you and more. The life that you desire is already in motion, and the restoration is unfolding before your eyes. The divine intelligence that created the universe is guiding you, supporting you, and ensuring that your desires are fulfilled. You are not alone in this process, and you are not forgotten. And everything you need is already on its way. All you need to do is believe, trust, and allow it to manifest in your life. It is inevitable. What you have lost will return. The universe has a plan, and that plan is for your highest good. You are worthy of all the blessings that are now on their way to you. The restoration of your life is already underway, and with each passing day, it is becoming more and more apparent. Believe in this truth and watch as the divine hand works in your life, restoring everything you've lost and more. The restoration is not just a return to what was. It is a new beginning, a higher version of the life you once knew, filled with greater abundance, peace, and fulfillment. Trust that it is already here and that the best is yet to come. When you find yourself in moments of uncertainty, questioning whether your restoration will truly come, it is essential to recognize that your perception of time is limited. The universe operates on a divine rhythm, one that is beyond human comprehension. What may seem like a delay or an endless waiting period is, in fact, a moment of preparation. The things you desire, the things you need, are making their way toward you in divine order. They are aligning with your energy, your frequency, and your belief, and when the time is right, they will unfold in your life. The process may be invisible to the naked eye, but it is real and powerful. When you've lost something, there's often a temptation to cling to the past, to try to recreate what was, or to hold on to the memory of what used to be. But understand this, the past can never truly return in its original form. Life moves forward, ever evolving, and the divine knows that what lies ahead is even greater than what you've left behind. When you embrace this truth, you begin to release your attachment to the past and make room for the new blessings that are coming your way. The process of restoration is not a return to what you had. It is the manifestation of something even more magnificent, something that has been divinely orchestrated just for you. Your faith is the key that unlocks the door to your restoration. The more you trust in the unseen, the more you align with the divine flow of abundance that is ever present. It's in the moments when you feel discouraged or overwhelmed that your faith is tested the most. But remember this, your faith is not in vain. Every time you choose to believe, even when you cannot see the outcome, you are planting a seed that will eventually grow into the manifestation of your desire. Trusting that the divine has already taken care of the details, even when the evidence isn't visible, is the true test of your faith. In the world we live in, it's easy to get caught up in the noise of the external world, in the opinions and judgments of others, in the rush to see results. But real transformation happens in the quiet moments, in the spaces between thoughts, where your connection to the divine is most felt. In these moments, you are reminded of your own power, of the fact that you are a co-creator in this process. When you are still and quiet, you allow the energy of your desires to flow to you more effortlessly. You allow yourself to receive what has always been yours, waiting for you to realize it. There will be moments, no doubt, when the temptation to look back at your losses will try to pull you back into the past. But know that you are not meant to go backwards. The divine is not restoring your past. It is restoring you to a higher version of yourself. It is aligning you with the life you were always meant to live. The restoration may look different than what you expected, but it will always be better. The divine intelligence at work in your life knows what you need better than you do. It knows the exact form in which your desires should come to you, and it will not fail to deliver. Imagine yourself walking down a path that leads you to a future of abundance, peace, and fulfillment. This path is yours, and it is already unfolding. Each step you take is bringing you closer to the restoration that is waiting for you. Do not be discouraged by the obstacles that may arise along the way. These obstacles are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones that help you grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared to receive the blessings that are coming your way. The path to restoration is not always smooth, but it is always worth it. The lessons you learn along the way are the very things that prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. As you continue on this journey, remember that the process of restoration is not just about receiving what you've lost. It is about becoming the person you were meant to be. It is about stepping into the fullness of your power, embracing your divine nature, and recognizing that you are deserving of all the goodness that life has to offer. You are not defined by your losses. You are defined by your resilience, your faith, and your ability to rise above any challenge that comes your way. There is a powerful truth in knowing that you are always connected to the divine. You are never alone in this journey. Even when it seems like the world has turned its back on you, the divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and ensuring that your desires are fulfilled. The moment you truly grasp this truth, you begin to move forward with a sense of certainty and peace, knowing that your restoration is already underway. The universe is not punishing you. It is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine.
As you move forward, let go of the need to control everything.